Well, howdy, kids. It's Saturday, June 6th, 2026, and I'm back on my bullshit, and I'm not in Parkersburg. I'm outside of what some people call the Bad Ideas Factory, and that's our state capital. For those of you that don't know, today is a significant day in the history of our military. It is the 82nd anniversary of Operation Overlord, which was the invasion of the beaches of Normandy from the Second World War. And that sort of is going to tie in with what I want to talk to you kids about today. This is a statue dedicated to all the women veterans that served from the state of West Virginia. It took a long time before we incorporated our women into our military history. A lot of great stories have been missed or excluded from history, well, because of reasons. But it's June, and every June I see some of the same bad faith arguments, and I want to address that with you guys today. Y'all know that argument. It's always that argument that starts off with, well, what about Veterans Month? Well, in 1999, Senator John McCain had the same thought. What about Veterans Month? We don't do enough to celebrate our veterans. So he introduced legislation which would garner bipartisan support to establish the month of May as Military Appreciation Month. That sets aside the entire month of May to celebrate or honor veterans and active duty military. And on May 8th, we celebrate VE Day, or Victory in Europe Day. Additionally, the third week of May is Armed Forces Week, ending in the third Saturday of May, which is Armed Forces Day. And there's another holiday in May that we don't talk about. It's the Friday before Mother's Day, which is Military Spouse Appreciation Day. And I've already told you the story of Memorial Day and Decoration Day. So the very merry month of May is already filled up, pretty much plumb full, of military appreciation and veterans appreciation. And there's Veterans Day in November. Some of them switch their tactics then. They say, well, here, this is my pride flag. And I'm always like, okay, cool. June 14th is Flag Day. And then they say that they want to be loyal to American values. I say, well, good, you got May 1st. That's Loyalty Day. Most of them look at me and go, what the hell is Loyalty Day? Well, in the 1950s, U.S. Congress was holding hearings on un-American activities. Eisenhower came up with the idea, or somebody did, but he signed it, that we'll have Loyalty Day, May 1st, where we will fly our flags and reaffirm our loyalty to the country and American freedoms. So every June, I wind up with this explanation for people who are using veterans as a bad argument against another celebration in June. Now, unlike Parkersburg, Charleston has this, and that's an actual monument to the Union soldiers and sailors that died in the cause of liberty during the Civil War. Well, Charleston likes to celebrate their traitors as well. So what I'm trying to tell you, kids, is don't use the military, and especially don't use this veteran as an excuse to bash other people for having a celebration. Quite frankly, most of the veterans that I know don't want another damn celebration. We don't want another statue. We don't want another parade. We want comprehensive veterans benefits that cover all of the damage done to us by our service in the name of this country's Constitution. On average, 22 veterans a day take their own lives because of inadequate mental health care that's not available to our veterans. And every budget season, we have to go through the process of wondering if the VA is going to wind up losing funding. Active duty military and veterans make up about 1% of this country's population, but we represent a disproportionate number of people when you consider those that are unhoused, those with untreated mental illness, those with untreated substance abuse disorder, and That's just wrong. So when we talk about we care about our veterans, we want more for our veterans, it rings hollow when legislation and policy does not back that up. And then you turn around and use us as cannon fodder again in a war against other people. So we need to stop these bad faith arguments where we pit Americans against Americans, people against people for their belief systems or their identities or their ideologies. We're all in this together, kids. So while I've been down here on other business this weekend, I got to sneak off and go over to the Pride Festival and see a number of friends of mine from all over the state. And it's really a wonderful little event. So that's what I got for you today, kids. I want you to take care of each other, respect each other, and look out for your neighbors, and do good things for people. And there's a shawarma truck over there that I see from up on this mound. I am going to go experience some culture. Love you. Bye.